Hello everyone, I'm Rebecca. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. So I'm here to share with you how to make Liberian beans torbogee. See how yummy and beautiful this is. So let's get started. In this bowl, I have 2 pounds of red country beans that I've thoroughly washed, making sure this beans is free from rocks and every dirt. So after washing, I will pressure cook these beans for about 30 minutes or until it is soft. While the beans is cooking, I will start up in preparing my meat. So I have different kinds of meat today. I've already washed down this meat and cut it in a preferred size. So right now I put some cow skin, some smoked turkey neck. I'm following that with some dry fish that I've already washed and deboned. I also added some pig feet, chicken feet, and also I'm adding a little bit of shrimp. I'll follow that with some seasoning. I will try and leave the seasoning and the ingredients in the description box. What I'm adding is adobo seasoning, black pepper, and some minced garlic. Give it some good flavor, guys. And I'm also adding a little bit of blended peppers and onions. And I will just add about 2 cups of water. Give it a good stir, and I will allow that to cook for about 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. I'm just making sure to give it a good stir so that the seasoning, the meat, and the fluid can mix together well before setting it on the stove and allow it to cook. Okay, after a few minutes, about 15 to 20 minutes, I removed the shrimp from the pot and I added additional about 6 cups of water to allow the meat to continue to cook until it reach its right texture. So yeah, that's the shrimp I took off. So while the meat was cooking, I was also cooking my beans so that I don't stay too long in the kitchen. And as you can see, the beans is well cooked and it's soft. So I would blend half of the beans and I will also match half of it. So this is the matching process, just as you see me doing it. That's how I did it, and the other rest I just blended it, and I will set that aside when I'm all done and check on and work on the vegetables that I will be using to cook the beans. So yeah, that's the consistency that I have there. For vegetables, I have a little bit of dry shrimp, bell peppers, mushroom, habanero, peppers. I think about 6 habanero, 2 red, 2 fresh tomatoes, and 1 whole onion. So all of these vegetables that here, please use what you prefer. I just blended the vegetable previously and set it aside. I will show you that later. So right now I'm just adding my blended and mashed up beans in my pot, and I will follow that with some of the bean stock that I extracted from the beans, and I'll also add the some of the stock that I extracted from the meat that I showed you previously. I'm just going to give that a good stir and add before stirring, I'm just adding that's the blended shrimp, peppers, onions, tomato, and bell pepper I just added to the pot. So I'm just going to give that a really good stir. Taste it first because the I cooked the beans. Sorry, I didn't tell you that earlier, but I cooked the beans with about 8 cups of water, and I added 12 cups of water, and I added 1 tablespoon of salt. So the beans is a little bit seasoned and the stock from the meat is a bit seasoned. So I will taste it first before I can add additional seasoning. There we go. I'm just adding some cooking cubes and also some knorr chicken seasoning. And right now the matcha have begun. That's the torbogee oil. The magic has begun, guys. So I'm just mixing the oil, the beans, and the seasoning together very well. I'm not adding the meat right now because our meat is well done. So I will just allow this to cook for close to 10-15 minutes so that the oil and the vegetable that I added to the beans can cook good. After a few minutes, about 10 to 15 minutes, I am back. See where we are, guys. It's already beautiful. It's not only beautiful, but it's so tasty. So I'm just going to stir it like I'm already doing. So I'm stirring it very well. Taste it again, making sure all is good, and I will allow that to cook few more minutes. So after a few more minutes, I'm just adding my assorted meat. The meat is already cooked, like I said. So yeah, I'm just adding it, and I never wanted my meat to get too soft. I like my meat to be a bit chewy. So if you like your meat to be soft, you can add it there a little early, but the meat is already cooked. So yeah, I'm just mixing everything. Yep, I'm just mixing everything up and allow it to cook again. So I have the torbogee soda, the plain one, and the country one. So the country soda, I use 1 teaspoon and 1 teaspoon of water. So I'm just mixing it up until it turns into liquid, like you can see. And before adding the soda to the soup, you want your soup to cool down a bit before you can do that, or else it will overflow. So right now I'm just adding the white soda, which is, I think, bicarbonate. I don't know if that's the right word, but I think that's it. And I'll follow that with the country soda. This is like naturally made. I'm just going to mix all of them together, stir it very well, and that's it. That's the last process. The soup is good, it's tasty. Give it a try. And before I can leave you, when you're adding water to the your beans, like the stock you extracted from the beans, you want to do a little one step at a time so that your beans don't be too loose. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time again. May God bless you for stopping by. Please subscribe if you won't mind. Please share, like, comment. Thank you so much. I see you in my next video.